What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another video. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and for those of you that live in the US of A, I sure hope that you guys had a great Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend. All right, y'all. Okay, now let's get to today's video. And today is going to be a little bit of hopium. We're going to bring back some of the hits, but it's not because we just want to, what's it called? Just, you know, just bring back nonsense or anything like that. I mean, something that I read today on X just once again reignited this whole conspiracy thing, and you guys are probably gonna know what I'm talking about once you see the post, and maybe some of you guys have seen it already. If you have, I mean, just bear with me. And anyways, just listen to my thoughts on what I'm thinking. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at the market. And today we have Bitcoin hovering around almost $110,000. You know, it's pretty flat the last 24 hours. Ethereum, on the other hand, is moving up quite nicely. Okay, it's 4%, almost 2,700. And I mean, you guys can go back and see the rest of these things for yourselves. Let's take a look at the memes, where the memes find themselves today. We have a little bit of green. We have some SPX here moving a little bit, almost, well, not almost, a little over 9% in the last 24 hours. And in the last 7 days, doing pretty nice here with almost 21%. What else? AI16Z here with 10.3% in the green. What else? Let me see that Moodang. How is that Moodang doing? Moodang, yeah, it's been pretty flat. I mean, when I think I last mentioned this Moodang, it was probably somewhere around, I don't know, 22 cents or something like that. So it really hasn't moved much ever since. And maybe it's, its movement. Maybe it reached a peak. Maybe it'll start moving up, but slower than what it was doing before. All right, let's see, because we want to take a look at a Pepe coin. And then there's some tokens like this Ava and some other ones up there. I have no idea where those things came out of, and well. All right, and so we have Pepe coin here. Pepe coin had a nice little bump, but we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. Today is going to be all about this other reignited conspiracy theory that, I don't know, may still be true. And anyway, this Pepe coin, and it's gone up a little bit. It was sitting at like $39 million, something like that, a few days ago. And Prom came out, said some things, and, pretty much ignited a fire in the community. And like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that maybe in tomorrow's video or the day after. Okay, so let's take a look at Bowie. It's down 10%. Chunk up 2.5%. Is this Sui Dash? No. Still. GameStop. GameStop up almost 2%. BasedAI. All right, BasedAI down 2.3%. So BasedAI and Peppercoin, price action wise, around the same price, right? 41, 42 cents. As a matter of fact, Peppercoin finally, passed it, but I don't know. I'm gonna go back to something, and I think I'm actually going to once again start buying BasedAI. All right. Remember a few months ago when there was this whole deal about Elon Musk, BasedAI, and that whole thing, right? Everybody was just thinking that maybe there was something there. Maybe there was a connection. Maybe, Elon, after all, really is behind the project or whatnot. Well, and then we got to a point where we were all like, oh man, maybe that's just a whole bunch of baloney, and everybody just dropped that and whatever. And we just moved on from that, which is fine. And probably the most likely thing is that Elon is not really involved. It's just that percentage, okay, of a probability of him actually being involved is what just makes BasedAI a force to reckon with. Okay. All right, now let's get to this post. So this is Elon Musk's other account. I guess this is the account that when he's bored, right? This is the bored Elon Musk. He just posts some things, and I guess this was in his mind yesterday. And so he posted, founders who pay too much attention to speculators or investors in their project almost always fail. And there is a Deb, very famous, okay, in our circles, who actually is not paying much attention at all to speculators or investors. And we've all cried about it. We've all expressed our frustrations about it. But it's interesting that, Elon is writing this. Show me a creator who can ignore the noise, and I'll show you someone who believes in a vision, not appeasement. Of course, this doesn't guarantee that the vision will work, okay, which is true, or not spectacularly fail. But the odds of asymmetric upside emerge when you're backing backbone. A lot of founders in my DMs sharing their appreciation of this sentiment. I won't name names, but a lot of people you probably support financially are overwhelmed by a vocal minority of sociopathic children who think they're smarter than everyone else. If you want to help builders beyond financial investment, go out and defend them against these savages. Set a better tone and help establish a mature majority that gives people room and time to build. I don't know about you guys. First time when I read this, I was like, oh, he must be talking about maybe some project. Maybe he's working on some side project. Nothing to do with crypto. None of that. That was my first impression. Maybe that was your first impression as well. But then here comes Marco Square. And it says founders checking their token price every 5 minutes while claiming they're building for the long term. And this is very interesting, which is true. There was somebody in the community that was saying, hey, you know what? I really appreciate the quietness more than anything else from the base team and committer and this and that. I didn't agree with the person. And 99.9% of the people in the community, they did not agree with the person. But maybe he was onto something all along. I can't find the tweet. Otherwise, I would have shared it with you guys and given that one person some, what's it called? Give him the props that he deserves, or she. Anyways, it says here, founders checking their token price every 5 minutes while claiming they're building for the long term. These are all like, potential BasedAI things. Then again, I mean, this can apply to a lot of other projects. But anyways, the best signal for a doomed project is founder starts tweeting about diamond hands and true believers when the chart goes red. And that, my friends, is really not something that we have seen from Committer, from BasedAI. Man, we have not gotten that from the Peppercoin team either. And you guys know how painful it has been to just sit idle by and really not hear anything from Committer, right? Except, oh, hey, you know what? We're on the verge of something absolutely crazy, and we'll let you guys know soon. And then that's pretty much it. Then radio silence for a month or two. And then once again, man, this is crazy stuff. We'll keep you updated. And again, a couple months. Anyways, markets separate builders from performers faster than any due diligence. Conviction is rare because most people would rather be wrong with a crowd than right alone. But wow, that line right there, that says it all right there. That should be like framed. Conviction is rare because most people would rather be wrong with a crowd than right alone. Just like most of the people are wrong with the fake Pepe or the other Pepe, right? And I'm not saying wrong because they're not going to make money. They're going to make a lot of money. And those that went in early, they're making a lot of money. And they're going to be very wealthy and all that. I'm just saying that when it comes to backing up, the project that really is here building, the first one, the whole narrative, right? Not just stealing a name and a project and pretty much just running with it, rugging people, in the beginning. I don't know if there's still, teams that are there that are potentially gonna rug. I'm not entirely sure. But anywho, the whole point is, this conversation, man, it just really, really speaks volume. And this almost seems like Committer was the one writing this. I'm not saying this Committer. I'm not saying Elon Musk is Committer. I extremely doubt it. But I mean, whoever knows, right? And then the other thing here is that once, like I said, I thought Elon was talking about some company. Then when this person is talking about tokens and this and that, now I understand. Okay, well, they're talking about some crypto project, and pretty much Elon Musk says, Marco Square, you hit the nail on the head. It's exactly what Elon Musk was talking about here, right? is about people and projects that they cannot see past, 30 days, past a week, past a day, past 24 hours, past a year, past 2 years. I know it hurts. I mean, right now we're just trying to make it all in this cycle and, retire forever. But even if we retire in the next cycle, I know people don't want to hear that. And I've expressed this in earlier videos. Especially BasedAI. I think it's a multi-cycle coin to hold. Pepe coin, I think it has more potential to be, a massive gain this cycle. But with Kekistan, that has changed the narrative. And when we talk about Kekistan and some of the things that are coming to it, you're going to see why Pepe coin is an amazing short-term play this cycle and long-term as well. And anyways, I mean, this is what I'm thinking, that what if, right? That's the question. What if Elon really is behind some of this, right? And that possibility, guys, just that, even if that's a 10% or a 5% or a 1%, that is a massive, and I mean just an incredibly massive catalyst for BasedAI and Pepe coin. It will, I do believe that the reason why Pepe coin has not moved as much as some of the other memes have moved, I truly believe that is because of BasedAI. I think that the BasedAI black eye is anchoring Pepe coin down now. And the reason why I say that is because they're both pretty much tied on the hip, right? But if, and it's a big, enormous if it does turn out that Elon Musk does have something to do with the project BasedAI, guys, I'm telling you, our price predictions are nowhere near what it could potentially be. If Elon Musk is behind that, think of most of the things that Elon Musk tends to put his hands in, how much better he makes it. I know some people are going to have a different opinion on Twitter X, right? I know some people are going to have, but when you look at Tesla, when you look at, what's the other one? SpaceX, right? I mean, even Twitter, I mean, the guy knows how to build cool things, extremely good things. And if that's the case, BasedAI is going to be face melting. For all we know, maybe ultimately what Committer has said is probably true. Maybe they have reached some type of, incredibly advanced AI technology that they themselves don't even know how to handle it. Who knows? Maybe it's just vaporware, how some people say, or just blowing some smoke on our face. But that's just the question. What if? And if it is? Anyways, guys, I am going to buy a little bit more BasedAI. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of money into BasedAI, but I think that it would be reckless of me to not consider at least putting just a little bit. Something that I am completely willing to lose. And anyways, that's what this is, guys. I don't know. Maybe maybe it's all about based after all. Alright, y'all. Take care. See ya in the next video. Peace out.